Hi, Dr. Ariane here from the Movement Paradigm. Did you know that you cannot be curious and anxious at the same time? Before I dive in, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that alert button so you stay tuned for new content every week. Yes, it's true. We cannot be curious and anxious at the same time. We all know that anxiety and especially chronic stress is on the rise, especially with young adults and older adults and even children. So it is really important to understand this powerful concept that can be possibly life-changing for someone. So when we are in a stressed state, essentially our limbic system, our emotional center of our brain, is going to detect a threat, specifically the amygdala in the brain. When this happens, we essentially are going to get an activation of what we call the HPA axis, so the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. When this axis, i.e. stress pathway, is activated, then we are going to induce the pituitary gland, the adrenal gland, and we are going to have a cascade of stress hormones. So when we are in this stressed state or potentially anxious state, then we cannot be curious or be empathetic at the same time. In addition to not being able to be empathetic or curious, we are also not able to bring the prefrontal cortex back online, which essentially means that we are not able to regulate our attention. So how can we use curiosity to help decrease anxiety? So when we are curious, and again, that also means that we're able to have the ability to be empathetic, that we are bringing the prefrontal cortex back online, we're able to regulate our attention. So essentially, how we can do that is through a few different things. One is that we always want to be able to seek out new knowledge. It seems very obvious, but if you are experiencing anxiety or you know someone that is, or a child, think about how can you make them curious about something. It could be as simple as being curious about their anxiety. Why is this happening, and exploring the reasons. Or it could be finding a completely new skill and maybe researching something or a new hobby that can make you curious about learning. Mindfulness, of course, is one of the best ways to regulate attention. Essentially, that's what mindfulness is really being able to be aware and be attentive and be present. And of course, it is a practice, as I've spoke about many times in different videos. It's a practice that needs to be cultivated, but that practice of being aware and being attentive and exploring your own body and your own needs on a regular basis can be profound in, once again, regulating attention, which means that you're being curious and you cannot be anxious at the same time. Also having a sense of interoception, which essentially means self-regulation or self-awareness. So being able to know, for example, what your basic needs are. So are you hungry or are you full? Do you need to go to the bathroom or did you hold it for too long? You know, what are the things that you really need? Do you need to rest today versus working out? Do you need to maybe push it a little bit harder in your workout? So really being able to be totally in tune with what's happening from an internal standpoint, not necessarily just external when we think about our external senses, what we see, what we hear, what we feel, what we smell. We want to think about what do we feel on the inside. So when you can begin to practice these new things, so seeking out new knowledge, cultivating a practice of mindfulness on a regular basis, and really being able to be in your body and live in your own body and not necessarily outside of it, can be profound in really decreasing anxiety and also preventing anxiety and potential undue stress or unneeded stress in your life. I hope this helps, and make sure that once again you subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to hit that alert button. If you liked this video or it was helpful, please like it and share it with your friends and family. I would greatly appreciate it, and have a great day.